Hi everyone. So did you hear the news? The enrollment is open for my Scolio Fitness membership. So I wanted to get on live today to kind of just answer any questions that anyone might have and to introduce more about the membership if you haven't heard about it before. And then also a few of the current members, a few of the people in the Scolio-FIT-SQUAD are going to be coming on live to join me to talk about their experience and share a little bit about their favorite parts of the membership. So for everyone watching, say hi, where you're watching from. There's Renee, there's Debbie, awesome. Kristine, thank you so much for all joining. And Tarifa, sorry, I don't know. Not pronouncing that correct. But anyone who's watching, and if you're not familiar with me, I'm Viv, and I'm an integrative health practitioner. I created Scolio Fitness. It's a program that integrates exercise, nutrition, and mindset practices to empower you to rebuild strength and confidence in your body by addressing the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of living with scoliosis. So the membership is a monthly membership, and I walk you through and guide you through various specialized trainings that are specific for various curves. So I provide cues for the different types of curves. So whether you've worn a brace or wear one now, but also if you've had surgery or if you haven't had surgery. So we go through all the different things. We also have monthly Zoom meetings and everything as well. But I can go into all the details later. I just wanted to kind of give you a little intro, and I'm going to invite I'm going to invite Renee on to join us first to tell us about her experience. One second. So Renee found out about me through Instagram, and that's how we connected.
Hi. Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
So is this your first Instagram Live?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me today, and I think everyone will be really excited to kind of hear a little bit about your story. So if you want to give a little quick intro, and then like your favorite part of being in the membership.
Great. No, it's been fabulous. My name is Renee. I have scoliosis. I have a left thoracolumbar. I actually danced professionally ballet about 30 years ago. Didn't realize I had the scoliosis, and it never really impacted me. It didn't stop me or anything. I had 2 kids. Pregnancies were fine. It didn't limit me. And then I after I had my kids, took a total break from all of the exercise and everything. And about 10 years ago, I got involved with Zumba and went completely obsessive with it, jumped all the way in, was doing Zumba twice a day, every day. And just because I'm so unequal, it had developed my left side, and I have this very large rib hump that is physically painful, and especially to sit in a hard back chair or just walking, I feel everything being carried on my left side, that I've had a lot of pain. I did do physical therapy, and that gave me a great awareness of twisting and turning and trying to pivot instead of actually twisting. But, it really didn't alleviate the pain. So just ironically, because of COVID, I'm not working right now. I ended up getting linked to a video that Paige Frazier had done with some ballerinas that I knew. And then just with the whole social media links and how they fit people, I discovered Viv, and I discovered her Scolio Fitness program. And we've got a really great bunch of ladies. We all just mentor each other and support each other and give feedback. And Viv gives us classes, and she alters the classes to our concerns, to our questions. And we do lengthening, we do strengthening, we do body awareness, we do meditation. And she's so fabulous because when we do our classes all together within the chats, we ask our questions, we raise our concerns, we give our feedback, and she uses all of that to do our next class. So it's been really, really great. I've gained such an awareness, the one that I never had before, and I'm really understanding why things hurt, or understand why things are easier on one side than the other. And I'm also receiving the correct exercises so that I could start equalizing myself. And it's just been great. It's been a great program and a wonderful resource, and we can ask absolutely anything, and she's right there to give us advice and information. And I've loved it. I've loved the group, and our Zoom meetings are so much fun because we get to actually meet people. And our group is from all over the world, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for sharing that. And I think it's so great that what you mentioned, just everyone kind of supporting each other. So Renee is always she's super active in our membership, which is really great because I love how you're engaging with others. And we're creating in the membership, because it's hosted in a private Facebook group. Then you kind of have a safe space as well with other people that are kind of, everyone has their own scoliosis journey, but because we all kind of relate in a certain way, then we're able to kind of understand and be able to let our guard down. So, and I love how the more someone shares, then one else will share. And then you just kind of feel more comfortable to support each other.
Exactly. And even some of the concerns, it's interesting how certain mobility issues are things that I've never had a problem with. And so it's interesting how for some people, certain things are easier and certain things are harder. And we are able to give feedback to each other to let them know how we've had to sort of adjust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And can you share a little bit about, I know that have used a lot of the exercises or the different tips and tricks that I kind of share, how it's kind of helped you to manage your pain?
Just having an awareness of my curve and trying to do certain things to lengthen that side, just so that my curved side doesn't carry all of the weight and all of the tension of all my movements. So really opening up the concave side, the side that is tighter and closed up, and also gaining strength in that so that I become more equal. So it's been really great, and doing the class movements and then trying to go into a regular yoga class and apply the same principles.
Yeah, that's great. Have you been able to do a lot of that? I know that because Renee is super active, so she's taking classes with her friends, and with the Zumba, and you do things with your daughters too. So how have you been able to incorporate what you've learned?
Yeah, definitely the stretching. I can definitely consciously always think of opening up that right side, that concave side. The weight bearing things, the supporting leg, it's a little bit harder for me to try to adjust. Especially because it's like we were talking about yesterday, when I'm warmed up, I feel invincible. Nothing hurts.
Mm.
It's when I'm not warmed up and I'm not doing an exercise class that I have all my aches and pains. So yeah, just trying to, the stretching, I can think about all the time and be more self-aware. It's the weight bearing and the support, trying to support myself equally and not leaning everything onto the left side. That's something that I really have to think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. I think it's great to see how everyone has been like building that body awareness. So just like, listening to you talk about it now, like you know your body, because we know, like everyone knows their body better than anyone else, but now you understand it in a different way, which is really great to hear you talk about it now.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing today. Is there anything else that you kind of want to tell the group or?
No, like I said, we have a wonderful group of ladies, and to have even more and more participants, I think, giving each other our knowledge and our experiences has been a great value. And so to have more people and especially, like I said, not only are we from all over the world, it's all different ages. We have girls that are in their teens, and then we have older adults. And so it's a great group of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Well, thank you. And I think you just have to close it out, and then that's the way it would go in.
Okay.
But am I going to see you Sunday for the Zoom, hopefully?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Have fun at your dance class later today.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Awesome. So that was Renee. She's great. She's super dedicated to the group, and a lot of the things, it's about consistency. So showing up for yourself every day, even if it's for a few minutes a day. because I'm a big fan of making things like simple but effective. So you don't have to go to the gym for 2 hours or do physical therapy for 2 hours. Like, you don't want to just do it just that big a chunk of time and then forget about it the rest of the time. It's all about the lifestyle tips that you kind of incorporate as well, which is what I share a lot in the membership. So I think I'm going to actually have Debbie come join us right now. All right. So Debbie also found me through Instagram, and she actually lives in London. I think she's about to connect. And it's funny because we actually would have been neighbors if I was still in London right now, if I was still living in my old flat. So it says it's connecting, so hopefully that will go on soon. But anyone that's watching right now, if you have any questions, you can drop it in the question box or in the comments, and we'll try to answer them as we go along. If you are watching the replay later, then definitely leave a comment, and you can also DM me or send me an email, and I'm happy to kind of clarify anything as well. It still says it's connecting. Okay, Debbie, I'm going to cancel it and then try to re-add you. 1 second, everyone. Oops. Let me try that again. Okay. Oh, there you are.
Hi. I don't know what happened there. Hi.
Hi, thank
Hi,
you for
Vic.
joining me live.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, so I was telling him a little bit about how we would have been neighbors, because if I was living on Chesterton Road still, would have been.
Yeah, I know. Such a small world, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll make it back there soon. But yeah, so if you want to give a little quick intro and then how your experience has been so far.
So I'm Debbie. I don't know if you said I'm living in London, and similar to Renee, I suppose, over lockdown, because we had quite a hard lockdown over here in Europe. And I've been working at home throughout, in quite a small space, really, with my whole family here. So 2 almost adult boys and my partner, who couldn't go to work, so he was at home. But I was there at my desk, well, not my desk, on my sofa, at my table, on my bed, on my laptop for like 8 hours a day throughout lockdown. And yeah, I suddenly became really aware of just really my getting very slumpy, my posture was really terrible, getting really achy and things like that. And I'd never really, which one of the things with the membership with Viv is you get an initial introduction call with her, and you can sort of go through your story. And my scoliosis was something that I'd never really engaged with before. I've never had pain with it, really. Occasional aches and twinges, but no pain as such. I've got a right thoracolumbar, and I didn't even know that's what it was called until I joined Viv's program. Because one of the things as well that we did at the very beginning was body mapping exercise, which is quite challenging, maybe, where Viv encourages you to sort of study your body, I suppose, and sort of step outside and look at it really objectively, to sort of understand where all those differences are that you may not have noticed before. So maybe one hip's slightly higher than the other, or one foot turns in slightly more than the other, your shoulder, some of the things that are more obvious, but a lot of the things that are less obvious. And as we've been going through the membership, it's really interesting to get that understanding of how those little differences, what they all mean. And just, I think for me, one of the things that I've got out of this is just a better appreciation of my body, why it works, how it works. Yeah, and that sort of brings a certain acceptance, I suppose, as well, about things. So yeah, so that's really I don't know. That's the great thing. That was one of the great things. There's lots of great things, as Renee said. It's lovely having that group of people that you can share things with. Yeah. And the other thing that's really great, because again, I'm still working at home, is your Scolio snacks that you send us.
Yeah.
So because we're in lockdown too over here as well, so it's just been really difficult to sort of do things, you know. Yes, you can go out and exercise, but it's just not the same. I'm not going to and from the office, so getting those little Scolio snacks, which Viv pings to us every now and again in Telegram, but it's just building little things into your day all the time. So when I'm walking into the kitchen through the door, there's an exercise that I can do to open my chest out, and just all these little things, it just becomes kind of second nature every hour, or every time I get up to get a glass of water, to do a sort of little Scolio snack, a little exercise which will relieve maybe my shoulders or open my chest out. Yeah, so those are the types of things, and it's just now becoming kind of second nature to be doing these types of little exercises every now and again, as well as the things that we do on the Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. So we have three kind of sessions a week, and our monthly Zooms. So yeah.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much. I love that you're incorporating things every day, that it's becoming second nature. That makes me so happy to hear. And that you're feeling the difference in your body as you kind of go through it.
Yeah.
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 And I know, I love that you mentioned the body mapping and curve assessment that we do to start things off. I know that for a lot, it can be a very tough assignment, that I think a lot of people had, I don't think we're used to looking at ourselves in the mirror in a certain way. So I really do encourage, and the whole like rediscovering your body, right? So kind of looking at your body as if you were a child and just kind of being really curious about it. And so with that, and then you kind of know and see how it works with the rest of what I teach you with the membership. Like 1 week we worked on our toes and our feet, which you probably wouldn't think we would work on that when we're talking about our spines, but it's all going to be connected. So, but I'm glad how that kind of makes sense. And I know that at the beginning you were still very busy with work and with your sons at home during lockdown. And now you've been able to kind of get into the groove with it. So how have you been able to, I think a lot of people can get concerned of like, I don't have time for this. I'm too busy. I have other things going on. So how would you kind of give someone advice on the timing that they would need to spend on it?
So the 2 sessions during the week, I've now sort of in a rhythm. I've now got into that rhythm because I thought I'd got very behind in the beginning because I wasn't joining the Facebook Lives because I just couldn't find the time. But it's great because we have got that private group as well, so you can just go back over things all the time. But I just find I look forward to the Tuesdays at 5 o'clock. I think great. Yeah, I'm going to join in now. So I always try and make them now. It's not difficult. It's just getting into the routine, I guess. So something to look forward to.
Yeah, and I love seeing your name and your little icon pop up every Tuesday, Thursday, whenever I see you on. Yeah. It's definitely just, I also put together a weekly calendar, so then you can kind of, it's easy to kind of check things off if you want. And it's a recommended calendar because, of course, everybody's schedule is different. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining. I know it's your Friday night, even though you're in lockdown, but.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome. Thanks, Viv.
Yeah, have a good one, and I will see you on Sunday as well.
See you on Sunday. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. All right. Thank you so much, Debbie. That was beautiful. I loved hearing about your experience with everything. And now I'm going to invite on Maggie. Let's see. Okay, so I'm waiting for Maggie. So Maggie, I actually met through an event that I did last year for Scoliosis Awareness Month. Hi.
Hi, good to see you.
So good to see you. Thank you for joining us today.
Of course.
Yeah, sorry yours went on a little bit later. So I was just explaining to the group that I met you from the event that I did last year for Scoliosis Awareness Month. So I was teaching a yoga and wellness event for the Straightforward Foundation. It was a beautiful June day on the rooftop of the Nomo Soho, and Maggie was there. She came with her mom and everything too, so it was great.
No, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love that. Yes, and then ever since then, I got to get to know you through with Curvy Girls stuff, and then I love having you in the membership. So can you give us a little intro and kind of what you think of the membership so far?
Yeah, so I really love the membership. One thing that's hard is like if there's other exercises classes and stuff like that, it can be hard to figure out how to like fit that into a schedule. And usually you have stuff where it's like exercise classes, or you do a meditation, or you do yoga, and those are all different things. So one of my favorite things with the membership has been that they're all a part of like the same membership. It's all a part of the same group. And so that I'm able to do those exercises and do yoga, and the meditations are like all combined and just a focus on overall wellness. So I feel like it's kind of like a one-stop shop for like all the different things that you would need for just like exercising for scoliosis and managing your health. Because I found that while it is focused on scoliosis, that it's beneficial all over for what you're doing, and just for your overall health. So that's been like my favorite part so far.
Awesome. Yeah, and that's huge because scoliosis is obviously just a part of us, but for me, it's about getting to know all of you as individuals and as humans and all the different pieces of you, but then also there's all of that ties together, right? So it's not just one piece, because then you're going to be, especially as we know, it's not just the physical part of it. It kind of ties so much into it. And I love that you have really kind of taken the meditations like on and really incorporating it into your lifestyle with journaling and everything too. Yeah.
So yeah, I've definitely loved the meditations because yeah, I've been trying to, especially like in November, kind of seeing it as like a month of gratitude. So I got really excited when we had like a gratitude like meditation, like that was just like very perfect for it. And yeah, it definitely fits in with like how I've been trying to do. I do like gratitude journaling daily. And so the meditations really like fit in nicely with all of that.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, and I know that you like last time we talked, it was a lot about the scheduling and trying to figure out how to be able to fit the sessions in even with your school schedule. So how have you been able to do that, and how is that working for you with the
Yeah, so since then I put it into my Google Calendar, so that's been something that's helpful. So I think that also one thing is that like even if you can't fit it in all the time, an important thing is like you're still a part of like the Scolio-FIT-SQUAD, and like even if there's like issues with keeping up with it, that doesn't mean that you're not taking charge of your health. It just means like maybe you need to like be a little forgiving for yourself and then get back at it and make a game plan. So basically I was making Google Calendar notifications and like putting it on my calendar and everything to kind of like make sure to remind myself to do it. But that if there's like a hard day, and I'm just like really tired with a lot of stuff, really busy, just kind of like allowing myself that flexibility to do it when it's the right time as well.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that even though we do the 3 sessions a week, so the Tuesday, Thursday sessions are just 10 minutes. So it's a really quick little chunk. It could be between your Zoom breaks or anything. And then Sundays are a little bit longer. They'll be a half an hour or up to an hour if we're doing a Zoom session. But what I also encourage is that you're never behind, right? Because everyone is on their own path, and you don't have to do every single training. Some trainings are going to be more relevant to you than others. So Maggie's really good about kind of making sure like the ones that kind of open up her shoulders a lot more, like she really focuses on those. But if you can make them to all and they all feel good for you, awesome. But you kind of pick and choose. And I kind of separate it by different categories. So then you can go through it that way.
Yeah, it definitely makes it easier that like before you watch the video, like you know kind of like which topic it is, you know like what you're getting yourself into, and like if there's specific things you want to focus on, like Viv was saying, like with my shoulder blades, like doing stuff because I have winging, then I can like do the ones that specifically are for that. So I also like that it's very like specialized. It's not just like we're just generally working out. It's like, okay, we're gonna focus this week on a specific thing, and it kind of like makes it a little bit more manageable and a little bit easier to digest, to like know you're working on a specific skill that'll like build to something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so definitely, because it's all about this membership is different than saying if you signed up for a different fitness app or something too, because there is a clear path more so, and with that focus that Maggie mentioned. So I'll send out a email every Monday that kind of tells you what we're going to be focused on, and it kind of builds up to the Sunday session. So then there's kind of like a theme that we work with as well. And I'm very dedicated to everyone's like progress. There, you know, like I literally feel like you guys are all like with me all the time. So, and I take everyone's like feedback very seriously, and what you're working on and what you need, because I want to make sure that this is the, you know, most inclusive and inviting and powerful community for all of you. So yeah, so I'm so glad that you've been able to incorporate everything.
Oh yeah, it's been great. And I love like all the different things that you're able to kind of like bring into your life, in terms of like, there's like the meditation, general wellness, the exercises. It's just been really great. And then having that supportive community as well.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. And Maggie knows all about the community too, because she is part of Curvy Girls. So that is a big part of it. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I know that you have to get back to classes, right?
Well, I finished classes for the day, but that's actually what I was finishing up beforehand was homework, lab, all the fun stuff with school. So
awesome. Yeah, see, so the cool thing, like as you guys have seen from here, it's like we have people from all over the world, all different ages, all different stages of life, and everyone's able to connect and help each other because we do have that commonality. And it's also the commonality that we're all there to invest in our health, like mentally, physically, emotionally, all of it. So, yes. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Have a good rest of your day. And then I don't know if I'll see you Sunday, but happy almost birthday.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I know we have a few questions, so I'm going to answer through those. So what time Central Eastern Time in the live sessions? So the live sessions on Facebook are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and those are 9 a.m. Pacific time. So that would be 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in London, so GMT, and then 6 p.m. CET, so Central Eastern Time. And all the sessions are live. Well, most of the sessions are all live. However, they all are saved. And there's a kind of like a library, like a bank of all the videos, so you can catch the replay. And also because I encourage you to go back to watch the sessions over again as well, because even though you hear something that I'm going to cue the first time, the next time you hear it, you're going to understand it in a different way, and then you're going to make progress, and it's going to feel easier the next time, or you might need a little bit more in your shoulders one day, or more in your hips or glutes or whatnot. So we kind of go through all of that. So hopefully that answered your question there. So we have another question. Okay, so we had another question. So I skip my stretches a lot. How do I motivate myself to do them? All right, so that is the whole point of that is the whole reason why I started the membership, because I realized through the Managing My Scoliosis plan that I did earlier this year, and with the 5-day Grateful for My Curves challenge that I'm doing right now, is that having that accountability partner, or having that kind of like having a group that we're all doing it together, kind of helps you to remember to do things a bit more. Because most of us have likely been to a physical therapist, or maybe your chiropractor, or your personal trainer, or your doctor, something that tells you like you should be doing these things, like you should be strengthening your core, you should be stretching things out, all that stuff. But then it's also like, wait, what is it that I should actually be doing? And I know I should be doing it, but how am I going to really do it? So that's why I I send out messages on Telegram. And those are just kind of little reminders. I just pop in just a few times a week to send a little reminder like, hey, time to get up for your Scully snack that kind of Debbie mentioned. When you get to the sink, you might like get and do the kitchen sink poses. And I will kind of include polls. So then people kind of engage, and then you kind of will answer the poll. And then that way I know if you do it or you don't do it. And I think when you have that accountability to someone, to a group or something, then you also feel more accountable to yourself. And then also, as you get used to doing these things, then you kind of it becomes more of a habit. And then you get used to doing it, and you feel how nice it feels in your body and how good everything feels better and how more energized you are, that then you will continue to do it. So that's a big part of the motivation that can help. And then also, yeah, so a lot of it's just kind of checking in. And within the membership, I also encourage accountability partners. If anyone wants to pair up with someone in the group that, you know, like if you missed the Tuesday live sessions, but you guys can work out together on Wednesdays at a different time, then you can rewatch a video together and do it together. So that always kind of helps as well. But the whole motivation piece, also what Maggie was saying, kind of scheduling it in and really thinking about, if you are committed to your health, then you will make the time, right? And then you will make it a priority. And that investment in yourself will pay off in the long run, because you're able to do all the things that you want to do and feel more energized doing it and living life more optimally in that way. Okay. And then Renee mentioned, let's see. Yeah, so Renee mentioned that it was the same thing for her as well, just using the body mapping to kind of help her realize what her curve was, and then also just all the different imbalances and the things that we need to focus on. Okay, awesome. Well, anyone else that's still watching, if you have any other questions, let me know. So Jeanette, what time are the Sunday sessions? Yeah, so so all the sessions are actually at the same time. So Jeanette, you're in California, so it'll be 9 a.m. for us. It'll be in the mornings. So Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific time. The Sunday sessions kind of vary. Some of them are two of them. So 2 of them a month are live, and then we have a Zoom session once a month, which I just added in because based on everyone's feedback, because everyone really likes the Zoom sessions because we get to talk to each other and kind of build more of that community feel. And then some Sundays are going to be replay videos, but we do Facebook watch parties where we all will watch together, and I'm there live answering any questions you have in the comments as we're going through the session. So it's always 9 a.m. Pacific, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. But of course, you can always catch the replays as well. And you have access to all the replays and all the videos, meditations and all the resources as long as you're a member, because then you'll have access to the group. And we'll also have a membership portal if anyone is not into Facebook and you don't want to get onto the Facebook group, but I highly encourage it just because that's where we can engage with each other, and it makes it really helpful, and that's what keeps you motivated to keep going as well. Okay, so if you have any questions, leave them below, leave them in the comments, send me an email, send me a DM. You know where to find me. Registration is open until Tuesday. And I don't know when I will open registration again. So I do encourage you to invest in your health now, because if not now, then when, right? Because this is something that's it's so important, and it's for ourselves. So it's kind of like giving yourself that gift of spending time for yourself. And on top of that, when you sign up, you'll get a bonus bundle where you'll get that initial one-on-one session with me where we can go over any other questions you have, but also I can give you kind of more personalized direction of what to do for your curve so that you make the most progress and you're successful in the membership. Okay, thanks so much. I will send out more information, but if you need anything, click the link in the bio. Everything's in there. And thank you again so much for some of my members who came on today, to Renee, to Debbie, and to Maggie. I really appreciate you guys, and we have other members that weren't able to make it today, but hopefully you guys will join and you'll get to meet them as well. Have a good rest of your day. Have a happy weekend, and I will see you guys all very soon. Thank you. Bye.